Hi everybody, this is Jeremy Steele from the School of Journalism at Michigan State University. We're going to walk through how you can post your video stories on the Spartan Newsroom website so that they look fantastic and so they're optimized for the type of content that you're doing, which is obviously video. So first thing that you're going to want to do is get into the Spartan Newsroom website. So log into the site with your username and password. Meanwhile, you're also going to need your video story uploaded to the video hosting service of your choice. So that would be YouTube, Vimeo, or any other video hosting service that you as a student or your class might be using. Within the site, and we are in the Spartan Newsroom site here right now, you can see here's my username up in the corner, and you can see I'm in the posts area, and you can see I've got 2 posts existing already in the Spartan Newsroom with this user account. So to start out with, we've got a new story, so we are going to add a new post. So click Add New. The new post window is going to jump up here and start with the headline, right? So think about the headline for your story. What's a great headline to describe what your story is about? And you're going to want to type that into that title area. And then let's continue to just move down the areas here. You are also then going to include some kind of article text. So even though your story is a video story, if you're putting it into a digital space like the web, you want to make sure that you've got some text to go with that. And that text is going to do a couple things. One, it's going to help you when it comes to search engine optimization. So that means your text is full of a lot of words. When somebody searches words that might overlap the words that are in your article text, your story is going to pop up higher up in search engine results. So that article text is important for that reason. It's also important because it's just a friendly thing to do for viewers. Sometimes people click on a story because they're intrigued by the headline, but they actually want to maybe scan what the story is about before they go watch it. Or maybe they are in a place where they can't actually watch the story. They're in the middle of their office, on a busy bus, someplace where playing your video right then isn't the best option for them. So if you include article text here, they can basically read your story or read a summary of your story before they actually watch it. So this article text could just be a few sentences or paragraphs that provides a summary. If you have already written a script for your story, if you have a full news story package here, take that script and translate it from broadcast script style into a written story style. And just put that right into the space. It's going to be a reader-friendly thing, right? So your article text goes in there. Moving down the Add New Post window here in WordPress, there's this excerpt area. And the excerpt is pretty important. It helps provide a summary of your story that's going to show up on landing pages or even the front page of the Spartan Newsroom website. Let me show you what I mean when we're talking about excerpts. So here is the Spartan Newsroom website. Each of these stories has the headline here in blue, and the text that's appearing under the headline is the excerpt. Now I'll tell you that with the stories that are on this page right now, here's a good example here. This great firewall story has a whole lot of text under there. And it's got all of that text under there because the student who uploaded this story did not fill in the excerpt area. And if you don't fill in the excerpt area in your post, then WordPress is going to automatically pick a certain number of words from the front of your story and it's going to insert it into this space. And rather than having WordPress randomly choose a whole bunch of words, we want to target those words to be the best possible words. We want the excerpt to be language that's going to catch people's attention. We also want it to be short so that it looks nice here on the Spartan Newsroom page. But that's the excerpt text, that information that appears there on a front page, and also any kind of text that appears within the site. Let's go look at campus news. right? So more excerpt text related to stories, right? All excerpt text, little previews of the story that are appearing here. So let's bounce back now to where are we going? Bouncing back to the add a new post page where we just left. So make sure that you put your excerpt text here. And again, the excerpt might just be the first sentence or two of your story, or maybe the nut graph of your story. It's going to very carefully describe what you need. Next, let's move over to the right column here in the Add Post window. And there are three modules over here that we need to pay attention to. The first is the categories. Based on your selections here in the category module, this is going to tell the Spartan Newsroom website where you want your story to go throughout the whole website. And one story can appear on multiple pages on the site, right? You can have a news story that's also business and economy. It may also be sports, right? So you can choose as many of these different categories in this list and put a check next to them as fits with your story. Moving down, the next module down is series. Series are specific projects within Spartan Newsroom. So if you know that you are working on a project, you can attach it to an existing series. For example, if you are if your story is part of the Focal Point newscast, you're going to want to select the Focal Point series because that's then going to put your story on the Focal Point landing page. If you're not sure whether your story belongs on one of these series here in the Spartan Newsroom, don't select them. Next down, post types, right? We're uploading a video, so our video is the post type, and what that is going to do is it's going to put a little icon next to the headline in some places, like right here, that shows that this content is video. So it's just another tool for our viewers. Okay, continuing to move down the page. Now, next, we've got our text and we've chosen our categories. Way down at the bottom in the lower right of the Add a Post window is the Featured Media module. You want to click the Set Featured Media button. And this is the area where we're actually going to insert your video from YouTube or from Vimeo into this story post. So we've selected that button. The Set Featured Media window opens. You can do featured media as still photos, videos, other embedded media depending on your post type. Since our article post type is a video, we want to select featured video from the list of options in the upper left of this window. The featured video window options show here. And you'll see we have several different entry field choices: video URL, video embed code, video thumbnail, title, caption, credit. So let's go over to YouTube and let's look at a video that we've done. So here's a video that has been uploaded into our YouTube account. We need to get the share URL for this video. So underneath the video, we want to click the share button. Little pop-up window comes up. We've got all kinds of funky little choices there, but all we need is this little URL that's the https:// the YouTube and a bunch of characters, letters and numbers there. We want to copy that. Then we want to come back over to the Add a Post window and we want to paste that URL that we just copied into the video URL field. Boom, there we go. So we pasted our URL in there. The website automatically filled in the video embed code field. It also automatically grabbed a video thumbnail, right, a still picture, a screen capture of your video. Automatically grabbed that, and then it also has imported some information in from the information that you included when you uploaded your video onto the site. So it's giving a title to the video, there's caption, and then credit. Credit, it probably is going to be your name. It also could potentially be the newscast that your show is appearing on. Caption should be a brief description of your video or the people who are shown there in the video. So you're gonna, if that information did not come over from YouTube or Vimeo, then you're going to want to fill that in. Fill in the caption information, right? Now there's one more trick that we want to do in this space, and that's because if we mess with this video embed code just a little bit, we can make your video autoplay as soon as somebody opens the story. So what we need to do is there's a little bit of code that we need to grab that we can find within the resource guide. Let me find where I have code. Look at all the things that I have open. Here we go. So if you're reading the directions that are hopefully shown below here in this guide on how to post a video story, look down into that step-by-step guide for the item that says to set a YouTube hosted video to autoplay. And it says it has a little bit of code. There's a question mark and some letters and whatnot. You want to copy that little bit of code and you want to paste it as shown into your video embed code. So basically, right before this quotation mark on the end of the embed code that is your video, you want to paste that little bit of code that's a question mark and includes the words autoplay and some other numbers and characters in there. Right, so now we can set this as featured. And here we go, back into our post, right? So we're back to our post. Nothing looks like it's changed here, but aha, it really has. So let's click preview and take a look at what our post has done. Look, here's our post. Here's our headline. Our video is auto playing, right? It's located right up here at the top of the post. Here's the article text that we've written, the caption information for this item, the credit line for who did the video, and then there's information down here about you. You can learn how to put that information elsewhere. Focal point, right? This video we attached to the series focal point. Ta-da, isn't that exciting? Okay, let's go back to the post and let's finish up what we're doing here. So in most cases, students working on the Spartan Newsroom site, you can create a post, but you do not have the power to publish a post. Instead, what you have to do is save your post and send it to an editor or instructor to be reviewed so they can hit the publish button. So over here in the publish module in the right-hand column, where it says status, and it might say pitch, it might be something else. What you want to do out of this status window is you want to figure out who am I sending this to. You may be sending it, let's send it to Bob Gould, who is the executive producer of Focal Point. Let's click OK. And then we want to make sure we save as send to Gould, because if you don't click save as, your post, all the work that you have just done will not be saved. So we're going to save this as send to Gould. It's going to save our post, and then we can go tell Bob Gould, hey Bob Gould, we've got our video story ready for you to look at and publish on the Spartan Newsroom site. There you go.